وما أرسلنا قبلك إلا رجالا نوحي إليهم فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون.
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. We carry on with the articulation point. Today we're going to do the sixth articulation point for the letter Nun. As you can see in the picture, it comes out from the very tip of the tongue with the gum of the upper incisors just under the placement of lam, i.e. a little further forward into the mouth. Like min al-jinnati amanu inna anzalna, and so on. Precaution of pronouncing the letter lam, letter nun. It should be kept lowered if beside an elevated letter, or the letter mad alif, like narun. Don't say narun. Nasiyatin, not ناصية ناصية ليطمئن قلبي من الله. It should be pronounced clearly if repeated, like بأعيننا إننا نخاف نحن نقص نحن نسبح, and so on. The seventh articulation point is for the letter Ra. As you can see in the picture, it comes out from the tip of the tongue with the gum of the upper incisors just under the placement of the letter Nun, i.e. a little further into the mouth. For example, واستغفر طيرا أبابيل رحلة نار الله. Precaution on pronouncing the letter Ra. The first one is the repetition of the Ra. It shouldn't be loud until the sound is heard, make you hear more than one Ra, because the letter Ra, it has a little repetition. That's the sound of the Ra. But if you press too much on the gum, you will close the articulation point, and then the air will push its way through, and then the tongue will trill, like min sharri. It should be min sharri ar-Rahman ar-Razzaq, without putting too much pressure, so you don't have the trilling, so you don't hear the trilling. Next one, the tongue should not be attached firmly until the sound is imprisoned. This is called hasrama in Arabic, like ar-Rahman, Fir'aun, ar-Rahim. If you attach your tongue firmly, that's the sound you're going to get. So just softly. It shouldn't be merged when beside the letter Nun due to the closeness of articulation point, like wasbir li hukmi, not wasbil li hukmi, wastabir li ibadati, not wastabil li ibadati, faghfir lana, not faghfir lana, and so on. It should be pronounced clearly and not hidden in the word al-ard, especially, because some people, they tend to read it al-ard. It should be al-ard. It should be pronounced clearly if repeated. Example, yanshuru rahmatah, and so on. I'm going to show you a picture to show you the difference between the heavy Ra and the light Ra. We're going to go through it, In Sha Allaah, because it has so many rules. But now, just to show you, to give you an idea, that the light Ra, the back of the tongue stays down, and the heavy Ra, the back of the tongue goes up. The eighth articulation point is for the letter Ta, Dal, and Ta. These three letters comes out from the tip of the tongue with the gum of the upper incisors, while the back of the tongue goes up in the letter Dha, as you can see in the picture. For example, As-sirata ayatama'u, As-samad lam yalid, yaktubun, tabbat, and so on. Precaution when pronouncing the letter Ta, Dal, Ta. The letter Ta is strong letter, is a strong letter. Basically, it is the strongest letter of the Arabic language. So the air should not run with it when pronouncing this letter, especially when it has a kasra, like min teen, not min teen. If you let the air runs with it, it will turn into ta. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ, not يَسْتَطِعْ. If the letter ta precedes the letter dal, they should both be pronounced clearly, like اعتدت لهن, اعتدت لهن, اعتدنا, and so on. The letter ta should not be pronounced with characteristic of safir, like some people do. إذا السماء انشقت, إذا السماء انفطرت. The reason for this is when they pronounce the ta, they let the tongue goes down, and then it goes down to the articulation point of the sin, and then you will have this sound, which is wrong. The right way, إذا السماء انشقت, you leave the tongue up. إذا السماء انفطرت, and so on. The letter ta and dal should be kept lowered. تطلع, not تطلع. اختلط, أصدق, أدراك, and so on. They should be pronounced clearly if repeated, like ولا تتبعوا, تتلو, أمددنا, يمددكم. The letter ta should be pronounced clearly and not merged into the letter sin, like وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا, فكانت سرابا, not فكان السرابا, because that's how people usually merge it. Because people usually they merge the letters which they are close in articulation point, because they are very close. Either like in this case, they let the tongue goes down to the articulation of the sin, and then they will have the sound of the sin, or they merge the ta into the sin. This is the end of this lesson. Inshallah, until next time, we can hopefully finish the articulation points of the tongue, inshallah. Until next time, subhanakallah wa bihamdik, shadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.